You guys. I love you guys. It's not like everybody was waiting right at 10 o'clock, right? I'm excited for our once a week class too. Makes me sad to say once a week. But here it is. And it is the first live class of the year, which is clearly very significant. Clearly. So we will give at least 5 minutes for folks to filter in. So if you know somebody who would like to join you for Tiny Yoga, remember Tiny Yoga is a 30-minute gentle chair flow for everybody and every space. I don't care if you have no yoga experience, as long as you have a place to put your butt and a willingness to spend about 30 minutes exploring your inner cosmos, then come on to class. Come hang out with us. Even if you will just have a few minutes to get into your body with us, it's going to be beneficial, I promise. How are you, friends? Welcome in, welcome in. As you guys have probably seen, hopefully by now, I do have a pinned video up at the top with content. The schedule has taken some unexpected changes. I have decided to shift focus, choose my schedule a little bit differently. The funny thing about these last 2 years or so has been that I've been the one setting my own schedule. And so all of the stress that I feel about showing up for these things is self-induced. So I'm trying to self-reduce the stress. And if you hear shenanigans, that's kittens, I swear. So, for now, we are just going to have the one Friday Tiny Yoga class on live. I will be live on TikTok and YouTube. If I get enough interest in it, I might choose to add another channel. I was just thinking about doing Twitch today, but we're pretty silent over on Twitch, so. Okay. We are still going to go through the energy body. We're going to go through all the layers of the energy body starting this month with the aura, aura and energy patterns. So today's class is going to be our first exploration of our energy body with intention. So today's flow will be nice and simple. It will be more about simple breath awareness. We will open our practice with an Om. This year we're going to be adding not just mudras, but we're going to be adding mantras, asanas, sounds, frequencies, pranayama, energy healing techniques. All of the other tools in my toolbox will now be delivered. So, find yourself a place to put your butt. Share the live with your friends. Thank you, friend. Share the live with your friends. I'm going to make a couple of notes here, and then I will see you in like 5 minutes for class. Yeah? Okay. Get your coffee. Get yourself prepped. Like I said, folks, we will start at about 10:10. I like to give about 10 minutes for everybody to filter in. And if I don't write my notes, I get sidetracked by my own inner cosmos, so I got to write my notes to make sure that I don't go off track of our flow today. Simple flow, she says. Simple flow, she says, as she jots down all these different poses. All right, thank you all for giving me a moment to write my notes. I apologize if I've missed anything here. As a reminder or as a note, there will not be a mudra today. Obviously, this week is almost over, so there won't be one this week because we are starting with next week where I will be posting the content. So in lieu of the live classes, good morning, Regal Poison. Good morning, Badass Blind Woman. How are you guys? And anybody else I missed? So in lieu of the lives, which is what we were relying on mostly last year, I am going to be posting all of the content. Hey Kim, good morning. I'm going to be posting all of the content in actual content form. The goal here is to get the information out even when you can't show up for class. I know that scheduling the class has kind of been, I have to schedule it as best for me, which doesn't work for everybody else because I don't live the 9 to 5. So my classes are like midday. So this way, everybody can get access to the content. It's not about having to show up for class. And on top of that, the content itself, the more we share, the more it gets interaction, can actually create a passive revenue for me, a semi-passive, right? Because I'm still creating content. So that is ideal. That way I don't have to ask for anything from you guys. So if we can spend at least a couple of months this year really pushing that content out and trying to get that baseline going so there is something coming back in, then I will bring classes back. I need to make sure that I can cover my bills and that I'm using my time wisely for myself, for my son, and for our overall wellness, right? So thank you guys all for understanding and for joining me in this shift and to help me get the content out, because that's really, the most important thing, right, is to get the information out. It's not about me. It's not about my mug. It's not about y'all hearing me chatter away. It's not about my shenanigans. It's actually about you. It's about your self-care. It's about access to information that I believe is imperative to our self-actualization, which your self-actualization is what I think you're really here for. So if you have another idea of what we're here for, I'd love to have a conversation with you because, yeah, it's a cool topic. Are you guys ready for class? It's 10:10. Let's go ahead and get to class. No more chattering. So remember, always the best place to stay in touch is to go join as a free member on patreon.com/move with change. All the links you need for anything should always go to Patreon, including the link to join our Discord for free. One of the things that you will see more of when we have less classes is a whole lot more community engagement. There'll be a lot more content directly posted in there, reflection questions, silly things, fun stuff. And that's where our community is moving away from social media to be more intentional about connecting with each other. So please go to Patreon, go join the Discord. At the very least, become a free member over there so that you can stay up to date when classes do restart. Okay. My little mushroom guy is going to help me hold my notes. And I hope by now you've had 10 minutes. Thank you, Greg Cole. How are you? You've had 10 whole minutes to go find yourself a chair, the edge of your bed, the edge of your couch. You can be on your recliner if you're in the front seat of your car. You're going to be a little cramped, but you can still do it. Awesome, Melissa. Yay. Thank you, love. Happy Halloween. I love you too. Namaste, Brendan. Sorry, it's hard to see the comments from this far away. Let's get into class. So remember, I won't really be able to see or read the comments when we're in class because I'm going to be focusing on my inner cosmos. I invite you to do the same. Oh, Tina. Hey, Tina. I hope you're well, love. Okay. So find yourself a place to put your butt. And if you haven't found a place to put your butt, scurry around, find yourself a place to put your butt, as long as it's not, my chair's a little bit wiggly, as long as it's not going to fall down from underneath you. If you are on the edge of your bed, just please be mindful. The mattress does slump at the edge, unless you have a really, really nice mattress, then it doesn't. So try not to slip off during class, okay? No injuries during class. Remember, this is a CAYA space. In a CAYA space, we come as we are. CAYA stands for come as you are, which means practicing authenticity, which means respecting our boundaries, which means being patient, at the very least curious and willing about what we discover during our practice. This is not a space to push past your boundaries. This is not a space to play the no pain, no gain kind of crap. No, we're not doing that. In here, it's about being present, being curious, and being willing to hold space for whatever comes up. Sometimes it's frustration. Sometimes it's agitation, right? Sometimes it's pain. If these things come up, pause. Even if I continue with class, give yourself that gift, right? I can't be in your body, so you need to modify for what you need. I can't be in your space. Thank you, friend. So you need to be the one to manage what you need in your space. If you need to pause and go away and do something, you need to grab some water, do what you need, okay? Nobody's got eyes on you telling you you're not doing class just right, telling you not doing the poses just right. What is right for you today is exactly what you need. Okay, that's how much I love you. Okay, find the edge of your seat. I'm really done talking now. Let's close our eyes. I'm just so excited to see you guys after like a whole week of no classes. Close your eyes and shake it out. Shake yourself into your seat, stomp your feet, give your shoulders a wiggle. Nice big deep sigh. High dog. And let's take 3 deep breaths to fully arrive here for our practice. Begin by inhaling the breath through the nose, pulling it through the lungs and all the way into the belly. And sigh it out. Inhale again, expanding the rib cage in all directions, front, sides, and back. And let it go. Inhale once more, this time lifting the heart and lifting through the top of the head to elongate the spine. And as you exhale, allow your shoulder blades to melt gently down your back. Give your elbows a little bit of a wiggle just to relax the arms, relaxing into the low back, into the thighs, through the knees, calves, ankles, feet. Hello, body. Hello, present moment. Give yourself a moment of gratitude, even before we begin, for taking this opportunity, to accepting the invitation to meet yourself where you're at today. Thank yourself for showing up. Offer a gentle smile if you haven't already. We're going to go ahead and begin with the head, at the top of the head. So inhale, lift your chin up towards the ceiling. And exhale, gently drop your chin towards your chest. You want to keep a nice long spine. Sending your tailbone down into the earth and reaching up with the top of your head. Inhale your chin up again. Exhale down. You can keep your eyes closed as long as it feels comfortable to do so. Inhale up. Exhale, chin down. As you inhale again, begin rolling the head in one direction. Just being mindful here of the movement. We're not trying to snap, crackle, pop our neck, although some of us, I know it's unavoidable, so just be present with what's available. Know that this is not creating pain, creating pressure, pushing our edges. We're not using force here. We're not using control. We're using invitation. We're allowing what is to be what is. Next time your chin reaches your chest, switch directions. Nice and slow and steady. Focusing more on the awareness than anything else. Just notice. Be curious. without judgment, without shame, without guilt. Leave those at the door today. Next time your chin reaches your chest, inhale back up to neutral. And exhale. Inhale again, lengthening the spine, lifting through the top of your head. And as you exhale, gaze over one shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, gaze over the other shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale over the shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale once more over the shoulder. Inhale back to neutral. And we're going to move into the shoulders. So go ahead and lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Please be mindful again. Pause before we move into the shoulders. Find our posture again. I invite you to imagine that there is a little string from the top of your head, from the very center of the top of your head. And if this string was pulled up just enough to suspend you, to lift a little bit of your weight up off the chair, that is the sensation. Reaching up with the top of your head. Same thing with your tailbone. Imagine a string or a cord or a root reaching down into the earth. The intention here is really important. We can be in our body, but with the intention, we can be fully present, fully in our body. Lifting through the top of the head, reaching down through the tailbone. Now, release the arms by your side. Relax those shoulders. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears, only the shoulders, long spine. Exhaling as you roll them back and down. Rotating the shoulders several times in this direction. Presence is more important than anything else. If your attention wanders off, just bring it right back. No shame, no guilt, no bullshit. Just here and now, just the gift of the present moment. When your shoulders reach up again, pause and switch directions. Pushing them forward and down, back and up. Good morning, shoulders. Good morning, collarbone. Good morning, vertebrae in my neck. Good morning, stiffness in my armpit. Hello, hello, body. Relax your shoulders back down again, bringing attention to your posture. Lift through the top of your head, reach down into the earth with your tailbone. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale completely. Reach your left arm across your chest, hooking it with your right arm here, folding in front over the elbow just to reach across the chest, squeezing the arm, left arm into your chest as you reach with the fingertips out to the side. Again, lifting through the top of the head, reaching down into the earth with the tailbone, squeezing your left arm into your chest, but reaching with those fingertips, those left fingertips, out to the side. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale completely. Inhale again. Exhale, release. Switch. Inhale that right arm across the chest. Bring the left to fold in front, reaching with those fingertips. Bring intention, my friend. Lifting through the top of your head. Couple of deep breaths here. Inhale once more. Exhale to release. Interlace those fingers right in front of you, then press the palms up overhead, reaching up to the ceiling with your arms, with your palms. Inhale. Exhale, drop to one side for a side stretch. Palm tree sway. Inhale up to neutral. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, last time. Inhale up, release the arms. Place your hands on your thighs, and we're going to move into cat-cows. Let's start small with intention. First, inhaling, sending the belly forward, lifting with the heart, lifting the chin just a little bit. Pulling, you can pull on the thighs or the knees. Pull forward just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, push back just a little bit. Tuck the chin, gently tuck the tailbone. Pull the belly button in a little. Exhale. Inhale forward a little bit bigger. Exhale back. Inhale forward a little bit bigger, opening the shoulders. Exhale, pushing back, curving the entire spine. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Getting your entire torso engaged from your hips to the top of your head. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Hold here for a moment and wag your tail. Give your tailbone a little wiggle. And exhale back. Inhale, come back to neutral. Release the knees, wiping them side to side, just dropping them down one side and then the other. Back and forth, back and forth. Letting them drop gently without flopping them. Allowing the movement to pull the hips back and forth as well. Come to neutral. Bring the thighs to shoulder width apart. Stack the knees over the ankles and ground into the earth with your feet. Bring your awareness into your right big toe. All of your attention into your right big toe. You can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes. All of your attention into your right big toe. All of your attention into your left big toe. Press it into the earth a little bit and release. All of your attention in your left big toe. Press and release. Just your left big toe. Press and release. Both big toes. Press and release into the earth. Press all the toes on your right foot, just the toes, into the earth and release. Press all the toes on your left foot into the earth and release. Press just your right pinky toe into the earth and release. Take some intention, huh? Good. Left pinky toe. Just the left one. See if you can just move the left one. A little bit of pressure into the earth and release. Both pinky toes. Can you move both pinky toes? Just the pinky toes? And release. Press the ball of the right foot into the earth. Release. Ball of the left foot into the earth. And release. Heel of the right foot into the earth. And release. Heel of the left foot into the earth. And release. The outside blade of the right foot pressing into the earth, rolling your foot open just a little bit to create pressure on the outside of the foot, and release. Left side, outside of the left side of the foot, rolling the foot ever so slightly out, press and release. The ball of the left foot, press and release into the earth. The balls of both feet pressing into the earth. The heels of both feet pressing into the earth. The outside blade of both feet pressing into the earth. The entirety of both feet. Press with intention and release. Press and release. Morse code into the earth. Press and release. Send your message down into the earth and up into your body that you are grounded, you are connected, you are here, you are present, you are ready, and you are willing. We're going to move into a modified sun salutation flow. Again, this is the new year, so let's start with the simplest of gratitude for the sun, for the returning of the sun, for the returning of the seasons, for the returning of opportunity for a whole new year. I've got a lot of hope about this year. So bring your palms together at the heart. Inhale, send your hands up, reaching up towards the sky, keeping them together, lifting your chin, gazing up towards the ceiling. Little back bend here. Inhale, keeping your arms out in front of you. Exhale as you slowly fold. Keep a nice long spine, tipping at the hips, reaching with your fingertips until you can release on your thighs. Release the arms, release the head. Take a deep breath here. Inhale again, halfway up. So whether you're touching the floor, you've got your hands on your thighs or your knees, lengthen the spine, reaching from your tailbone through the top of your head. Inhale, exhale, fold back down. Inhale, slowly roll up. Interlace your fingers underneath your right thigh, lifting your right thigh up towards your chest, pointing your right toe. Give that right knee a hug. Thank you for the follow, friend. Bend down and give that knee a kiss. Offer it some gratitude for flexibility, for supporting you, for keeping you mobile and moving. Thank you, knee. And release. Interlace the fingers underneath the left thigh. Pick up that left thigh. Hug it into your chest with a big squeeze. Lengthen your spine. And exhale down for some kisses and gratitude. Thank you, my knees. Release the left knee. Back to neutral, palms together. Send your palms up towards the ceiling. Little back bend here. Exhale with the arms extended, focusing on the muscles in the torso, keeping your spine nice and long. Forward fold all the way down. Release the arms, release the head. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lifting through the top of the head. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, back down. Inhale, roll all the way up. And this time when you reach the top, turn your torso to the left. Keep your left leg at a 90-degree angle. That's the knees stacked up. Reach up toward the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Swing that right arm back behind you. Bring the left arm to meet it. Interlace those fingers and drop the chest and head down for humble warrior. Down inside that left thigh. Again, you can be resting half your butt on your seat instead of being off your seat. Exhale. Inhale all the way back up and return back to center. We're going to go for the other side. Right side now. So turning towards the right, keep that right foot at a 90-degree angle, knee stacked on top of ankle. Push the left foot back, sliding behind you for a high lunge. Inhale that left arm up. Again, you can keep your seat on your chair or you can come off if you'd like the extra. Exhale, swing that arm back behind you. Interlace those fingers. Lengthen the spine. And exhale as you forward fold into humble warrior. Inhale back up. Exhale back to neutral. Bring both knees again, shoulder width apart. Knees over ankles, feet grounded into the earth. Drop the knees back and forth. Doesn't it? Okay. Come to the front of chair. Knees shoulder width apart. Stacked over the ankles, feet grounded into the earth. Rest your hands on your thighs for just a moment. Center yourself. Again, offer a little gratitude for the opportunity to practice self-care. Offer gratitude for the fact that you fucking showed up. We've got about 10 more minutes of class, a little bit less. So let's bring our palms together at the heart. Send those hands up overhead. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, gazing up towards your hand. Little back bend. Exhale, arms extended, forward fold all the way down. Release the arms, release the head. Inhale, lengthen the spine, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, slowly roll up. And when you reach the top, interlace the fingers underneath the right thigh. Hug that right thigh in, lengthen the spine. With an inhale, exhale, kiss the knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, release. Left thigh, interlace those fingers. Lift and squeeze, lengthen the spine. Exhale, kiss the knee. Offer gratitude. Thank you so much. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release the knee. Palms together at the heart. Inhale, send them up. Following your hands with your gaze, little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Focusing on the muscles in your abdomen to keep your spine nice and long until you can release onto your thighs. Exhale completely. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, roll your way up. And when you reach the top, twist towards the left, keeping that left leg at a 90-degree angle. Slide that right foot back. Keep that right heel off the ground. And again, you can stay in your chair or you can lift out of your chair. Inhale your right arm up. Reach towards the sky. Sink into your hips. As you exhale, swing that right arm back behind you. Meet it with your left. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale for humble warrior. Dropping the chest down inside the thigh. Inhale, come up. Exhale through neutral. Turning towards the right now. Keep that right thigh, right leg at a 90-degree angle. Slide that left foot back, keeping the heel off the floor. Inhale your left arm up, butt on the chair or just off the chair. Lengthen, lift, dropping into the hip while you also lift through the fingertips. Exhale, swing that left arm back, meet it behind with the other, interlace the fingers, pull back and release the chest down into the thigh for humble warrior. Inhale up, place your butt back on your chair as you exhale to neutral. Bring your knees back to shoulder width apart. Gently drop them side to side, wiping the knees. Humble warrior. I love the, what's the word? The balance of strength and surrender required. The same way we might go into a new year. The balance of courage and willingness, as well as, what do they say? Bravery is not being unafraid, but instead doing what needs to be done even when you're afraid. Mindfulness is a lot like that. Being present, even when everything else inside of you or around you is telling you to do something else or be something else. Being willing and curious enough to just be present without the need to do anything about it is such a powerful thing. So, let's spend our last few minutes just in our body, breathing. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hey, Faye. Challenging. I like it. Hey, DJ. Okay. So, for this month, this entire year, we are finally here. We are going to be talking about all the layers of the energy body. January, we are working with the aura and the energy patterns. That means all of the content and the tiny yoga classes will all be centered around how to balance, align, heal, strengthen, protect your aura, how to become aware of your energy patterns, and how to use them to guide you towards your healing. Thanks, Faith. So, January is all about the aura, all about our energy patterns. One of the most powerful things that we can do to discover what our energy patterns are and how our aura is doing is just to be present. So the first breath practice that I'm going to share with you guys next week in content is simple breath awareness. So I'd like you to just rest your hands wherever it feels comfortable to do so. If you'd like to lean back in your chair, you're welcome to do so. I'll even join you in that a little bit. The only thing I ask is that you don't slouch. So if you are going to lean back, make sure that you push your hips out a little bit so that you can still have a nice long spine. Relax into your body, relax into your space. Give yourself about 5 minutes, okay? I'll be your timer. Don't worry about it. You won't go too long. Barring any emergency, I think everything can wait for the next 5 minutes. So I invite you to spend these 5 minutes with just simple breath awareness. Rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Close your eyes, bringing your attention inward. Feel the sensations of your inhale as it slowly fills your lungs. Notice the sensations of the exhale as the breath leaves your body. Inhale again. Don't focus on controlling the breath, just paying attention to it. I know sometimes it's hard to breathe normally. Just be aware of what the sensations are, where your breath might be stuck, where it might feel scary. There's a lot that we can discover just in the breath. Notice the way the inhale lifts your heart. Notice the way your heart falls with the exhale. Notice the cool sensation as you inhale. Notice the warmth in your nose and on your upper lip as you exhale. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth, gently bringing it into your jaw, just to create a little more space for the breath. That tiny little movement, did you notice how much room that just made? That little drop of a tongue made a world of difference. Notice the way your collarbone moves with the breath. Notice the way your belly moves with the breath. And no matter how loud or quiet your breathing is right now, turn all of your hearing, all of your attention to the breath. And for the next 2 minutes, we're just going to listen to the breath. Anything that comes up, be curious, be willing, but without attachment, without any need to follow it. Thoughts like passing clouds, sounds like butterflies flying past. Just the breath. it. Just the breath. Let everything else go. Go ahead and take a big, deep breath in. Fill your lungs as full as you can possibly make them and hold it at the top. Take in a little more air. Oh, a little more. Oh, a little more. And let it all go with a big... Before we close our practice, I invite you to bring your hands together into prayer or simply lay one over the other over your heart in gratitude for today's practice, in gratitude for this shared community space where we can learn and grow and thrive together, in gratitude to yourself for taking the time for self-care. You're fucking amazing. I'm glad you made it to class. Thank you for joining me. When you're ready to completely close practice, I invite you to offer yourself little stretches, little wiggles. If you've got your eyes closed, rub your palms together and cup them over your eyes before fluttering your eyes open. Offer your face some gentle pets or not so gentle pets. Give your ears some pulls. Hello, body. Hello, ego. Wake back up. It's time for you to not take over, but hey, Lev, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, everybody. Let me see if YouTube turned back on. I don't think it did. Hey, everyone, you're very welcome. I am so missing you guys during the week. I'm so missing you guys. Like I said, I promise the live classes will be back, possibly sooner than I intended to. But, yeah. Mark, you're very welcome. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025, y'all. I know, and I've actually been receiving messages from folks who aren't quite as active in the Discord or even in the chat who have been saying to me, I know I'm not active very much, you don't see me, but I really miss you. You were part of my routine. I was like, oh no! That's what I was worried about. I was worried about leaving people hanging. So if you are one of those people who is like, where the heck are the classes? You were part of my routine. I need this back. Go to Patreon. Go join our Discord, because I'm going to be doing more intentional check-in, more community engagement in the Discord alongside all of this content. Again, the idea is that, you know, we built this platform by doing lives and by sharing free content. I invented tiny yoga. Thanks, Grateful. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, me too. Me too. And I'm glad that it's one that I can keep doing, right? So, over the last 2 years, I built this platform almost entirely from doing live classes, from doing free stuff and sharing shenanigans and clips of those classes and whatnot. But the lives have been the primary focus. Those have been really effective. But now that we have this platform, now that we're at where we're at with the following, I think that I really want to make sure that everybody is getting the content, that everybody is reliably receiving the stuff that they need, because I know that a lot of people were missing class, and a lot of people were, I even had messages, can you pick a different time, can you do something differently, because I'm missing the tools. So this year I'm going to focus on basically creating our library of all of the tools. Again, January, we're working with the aura and the energy patterns, right? February, we're moving into the koshas, the elements, and the energy channels in the body. So every tool that I offer is going to be associated with those parts of the energy body. So then March, we're going to do the earth chakras and lower chakras. In April, we're going to go for the root chakra. We're going to work our way up through the chakras all the way to November. October is the crown chakra. November are the stellar chakras, the ones that are up here. And then I have a surprise for you guys in December. Again, I'm not very good at keeping surprises, so I need some help coming up with some kind of raffle. I don't know. I'll give away something. I'll make all memberships free for a month or something like that if I tell you guys the surprise. I'm really trying not to give away the surprise. December is going to be really exciting, but I really want you to focus on getting the tools that you need, because once we get to December, you'll want those tools. Note also that I created a inner light. This is called the Inner Light series, is what we're calling it. It's titles. I like titles. And I have an inner light map that I created. It's a digital download. I'm pretty sure I just put it for like $5 on my Patreon page. It's not much, and it's just 4 or so PDFs. You can download them and print them off as many times as you want. I was going to make a bigger journal workbook, something really detailed and fancy, but then I didn't want to make it inaccessible, right? I'd have to charge more for that, and you know how I feel about that. So instead, we have a 4-page PDF that you can buy for $5. It offers me a little bit of support, which I appreciate, and it offers you these tools, a way to track how these tools are working for you. So each one, you have a daily check-in that'll kind of help you set the mood for the day, set your intentions for the day, check in on, you know, how your sleep was, and keep record of these things. What are we doing? You're becoming familiar with your body, with your energy body, with your rhythms, with your energy patterns. When you become aware of these things, you have more ability to be present with them and to be more intentional about them. The reactivity that a lot of us operate within, and often the reactivity that gets us in trouble or makes us feel bad, or you know, we end up doing shit we don't mean to, and that kind of stuff, that comes from a lack of presence. That comes from not being aware of the trigger that causes me to this emotion to rise within me, and then me feeling like this emotion, I have no control over it. I have no other choice but to express this emotion. The most important thing I'd like to offer you are the tools to gain the awareness of your system, because your system is your ally. All of the things that you need for your healing, for your self-actualization, for wellness, for joy, for love, for peace, for security, for strength, all of this stuff actually exists inside of you. And the tools that I'm offering are the cheat codes to figure out how to get those things out, to access those things. This information is stuff that I had to spend, a lot of years and a lot of money finding and studying and gathering. But I'm really glad I did, because they are the very tools that have brought me my healing. For the first time in my life, I'm falling in love with myself. I'm 40. That feels silly to say. But I know that I'm not the only one who found themselves much later in life than they expected, without self-love, without self-trust. And I've been on this journey for a long time, but the last 3 years have been exponentially powerful. Why? Because I actually applied the tools that I learned, instead of just having them information in my brain and saying, yeah, I know how to do that, but I'm not going to actually practice it. All talk, no walk. Well, since I've been walking with these tools, applying these tools, integrating these tools, walking alongside myself willingly, I cannot describe to you guys the shifts. It's why I offer it for free, because it's that powerful, because I have struggled with things like mental illness and physical pain and a variety of things that doctors would just say, it's just, you're fine, go sleep it off, right? Go change your diet, something like that. These last 3 years have changed me. And I hope that these tools will give you the power to do that for yourself. I aim to help you find your inner guru. I am not your guru. Remember that as we move through this year. I am not your guru. You are your own guru. Guru simply means that which leads us from darkness to light. And no matter how much you receive from outside of you, no matter how many teachers you follow, you still need to walk with yourself. You still need to make choices, take steps, make decisions. Your guru can't do all that for you. DJ, have a great day. Remember that replays of Tiny Yoga are over on YouTube in case you missed class or in case you want to replay. The replays are on YouTube. I am Move with Change on YouTube. Please go follow on YouTube. Again, I'm going to be pumping content into both TikTok and YouTube because we don't know what's happening with TikTok. So the next place you're going to find everything is in YouTube. I am on other platforms, but it's kind of hit or miss on whether or not I post. I focus on TikTok and YouTube and Discord. The Patreon page is where you can find the link for Discord. Discord is our community space where we engage a whole lot more, and probably the first places where live classes will start again. Once I find the space in myself and in my schedule to do live classes again, I will most likely post a Zoom link in Discord, and that will be where we go. So, expect a ton of content next week. Like I said, I'm going to start with well, we're working on the energy body or the aura and energy patterns. So you will start seeing content. Mudras and mantras will be practiced. Will be posted on Sunday. Monday, each day, I'm going to be posting 2 different things. So I've got mudras and mantras, pranayama, and a sound or a frequency, asanas, visualizations, energy healing techniques, stone and herb pairings, as well as nutrition tips, as well as a dance video on Saturdays just to give you guys something to duet and dance with me, because you guys know how much I like to dance. So I hope you'll join me in any of that. Honey love, YouTube, I need to do better. Cool, come follow me over there. I am at Move with Change on YouTube. So remember, please, 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 here's a big thing, right? A big part of this is I need you guys to help me interact with the content so we can push this out so the content can start making money, and that will afford me the opportunity to do more of the live classes and feel more good about that. Trying to be responsible. So what I need from you guys is to interact with that content. When that content starts going out on Sunday, please do all the things, press all the buttons, comment. If you have questions, please do not hesitate. If you comment a question, I get to respond with more content. Please help me make more content. Ask me all the questions you have. There are no stupid questions. There are no wrong questions. It's all exploration. And I appreciate your engagement, and you asking gives me the opportunity to share. So don't ever feel worried about doing that. Make sure you duet things. Make sure you send them to friends. If you see a video that somebody needs a mudra or a mantra, or somebody's asking for something to help them find balance, or they need a nutrition thing, if you see somebody who might need a cheat code for something, tag me. I Move with Change or Reb Deborah. Let's see, a couple questions here. Do I like pranayama? Prana? What do you mean, honey love? And what time do I come on? So on Fridays is my only live class every week on Fridays right now. And that's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Remember, replays are on YouTube at Move with Change. Yeah. And we've got a year of replays now up there. But they're not all open. I do have a membership level on Patreon if you want to access the entire year of replays. And do we do pranayama? Yes, I will be offering pranayama this week. Ajna, sir, just a minute. Just a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Shira, do I teach within a Jewish context? Not specifically, no, but I am a non-denominational reverend, so we teach from a perspective of spirituality. I teach from a perspective that all religions have validity to them, and it's not a us versus them or one versus the other. In this space, it's very important for us to practice showing up authentically, bringing our beliefs and our judgments and our biases with us, and still being able to meet each other with curiosity and willingness, with possibly even maybe some compassion. We can't always muster compassion, but we can at least practice curiosity and willingness. So we don't come from only one perspective, and I invite everyone to bring theirs and to share them from a place of authenticity. Authenticity isn't verbose egotism, narcissist, you know, I'm full of me and everybody just has to deal with me. No. Authenticity actually is value for self and value of other. Therefore, if I realize that I am worthy of and capable of my self-actualization, of being valuable just as I am from what is within me, then I must also accept the fact that you are too. So this is not a space where we're going to play divisiveness. This is not a space where we're going to tell somebody they're wrong or whatnot. But this is a space that I teach from my perspective, which is its own unique little corner of reality, right? And I'm happy to chat about differing perspectives too. If you really want to have a debate, come into the Discord space, because we'll have we can have a more full debate there with the whole community. Leb, random ask, got a mudra for, or points for stuffy nose and sore throat. Yes, so we have the Mahasirsa mudra. Hold on. Because that's the one for the heart. Pooty Toots, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, okay. So, curl the index finger in to the thumb. Touch the middle and the ring fingers to the thumb. Keep the pinky extended. You can do that with both hands. This one especially, so this one is specific to tension and pressure and all the stuff, all the sinus stuff, and anything associated with that sinus stuff. It's not specific to a sore throat, but if you've got a bunch of congestion, it's going to help move that stuff out. As far as a sore throat, go eat some honey or drink yourself some lemon tea, is what I would suggest, right? So this is the Mahasirsa mudra, and this is done, it's suggested to be done with both hands and laying down. If you have a really stuffy nose and you really want to get things moving, both hands, again, that's the index finger curled into the thumb touching the tip of the middle and the ring finger, pinky extended. Hold those like this, lay down, and just let it release. So there you go for sinus congestion. Happy New Year, Forrest. Spirit Wanders, can I go over the schedule? You joined Discord, but you don't know how to attend classes on it. So right now, I'm actually going to do only tiny yoga for now. That, like I said, I've been really missing you guys. One class a week is not enough for me. I know it's not enough for you, but right now I'm really just trying to give myself some grace. So for now, Tiny Yoga is the only live class. It's Fridays at 10 a.m. I'm in Pacific time, so it's always Pacific time. Everything else, I will be posting content. So the schedule that I have for posting content, if I can keep to it, you can expect to see Sundays, mudra and mantra for the week. Mondays, pranayama practice and a sound or a frequency. Tuesdays, an asana and a visualization. All of this is going to be in content that you can download. That's why I'm using TikTok too, because you can download it right here and keep it for yourself. This is not exclusive content. You don't have to pay me for it. I'm doing this for free. If you want coaching, that's what you pay for. So, let's see. That means Tuesday, asana and visualization. Wednesday, I'm doing an energy healing technique and some energy engagement or community engagement posts on Wednesday. And then Thursday will be stone and herb pairings. And then Fridays is tiny yoga and a nutrition tip. Followed by Saturday, I'm going to do some kind of dance video. But again, the music and all of these tools for each week are going to be specific to the topic for the month. January is all about the aura and the energy patterns. So every tool I'm offering this month is intended to treat, align, care for, clarify, strengthen the aura and the energy body. Some are actually just to help you become aware of said things. So expect this month to be relatively simple practices. We are just beginning, and the aura is kind of a full body, all you stuff, right? So we're going to be doing some simple breath awareness. Our mantra for next week is just Om. So, so yeah, So let's see. There will be other things. I will be posting affirmations. I will be posting reflection questions. I will be posting more community engagement stuff. That is in the Discord. If you need any help with Discord, you can specifically turn off and on notifications in case you're in the Discord and you're finding it really, really busy. Hey, Cheesy Rat. Thank you, friend. You can also turn off and on certain notifications. If you need help in there, please just at Harmony Helpers or at me, Rev Deborah, and I will offer support. So, but that said, the live classes will be coming back. I'm already getting itchy. I'm already missing you guys. I'm already feeling, like I said, I'm seeing messages from people I didn't even know were in my classes saying, please come back. Where's the schedule? And I feel the same way. So I want to make sure that we can do that, but we can do it in a way that doesn't cause me to overstress or overwork myself, right? Thanks, Cheesy Rat. Ah! Thank you guys for the follow. 19A1038CX, is this about me and me only? No, actually, like I said before, it's about you. It's about you becoming your own guru. This is my little corner of social media, which means you have to stare at my face if you want to hang out in my little corner. You got to listen to my voice if you're going to hang out in my little corner. But this space is about me sharing the experience and the education that I have, the tools that I have, the insights and the wisdoms that I have gained over the years of practicing with these tools, learning and intentionally scouring the earth for information about how and why and what and all of that in regard to humanity. I studied human development and wellness across the lifespan for a lot longer than than a normal college thing, because I couldn't get enough information. So now that I have all that and have applied all of that, turns out some of that information is extremely powerful. And I don't think it's appropriate that that information is locked behind paid gates, and I don't think it's appropriate that that information is excluded to only certain people get to use it. Now, there are certain practices that I understand are closed practices, and I'm not going to be teaching you closed practices in here. I practice some closed practices, and you won't be learning those in here. But I will be sharing with you the accessible tools, the kind of stuff that, honestly, you could go and Google some of this stuff, and you could find some of this stuff. If you want to go through Google, go ahead, use Google. If you don't like my face or my voice, you don't have to hang out in here. But if you want to hang out and you want to receive those tools from me and you want the opportunity to ask questions that you can't quite ask to Google in the same way, then I invite you to hang out a little bit. You don't have to stay. Today is today, right? Tomorrow is an entirely new day. You can choose to be here today and never come back. But beware, if you choose to spend time in here, you may be back. Even if you don't like my face. Cheesy Rat, how am I? I am doing quite well. Huh. So, let's see. Thank you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute. So as I've said before, let me go ahead and give everybody the what's it called on it, right? This is a CAYA space. CAYA stands for come as you are, because authenticity is actually the goal of being human, in my perspective, right? It's only my perspective that you're going to get in here. Being authentic is to recognize that I have intrinsic value. The things I know, the things I've experienced, the things I understand, my perspective and my opinion has value. I, in and of myself, for the simple fact that I exist, have value and have purpose. Arrogance, narcissism, would be to say, I have purpose, I am special, but not you. That's not what we do in here. That's not authenticity. That's imbalance. That's evidence that we are not truly valuing ourselves. Because as soon as we divide ourselves, I like this part, but not this part, We do the same thing to other people and everything else in the world. What you do to you, you do to others. What you say to yourself, the way you treat yourself, you inevitably treat others that way. Your perceptions, your judgments, your condemnation of others is always an admission of the same condemnation somewhere inside of you. Start to heal. This is a place to share and learn. Sounded like a projection there. Yeah, and we want to be gentle though too, because when we are unaware, right? I have been there. This is not some place where I'm coming to you guys and being like, I have been perfect all of my life and I have never been. No, I've really fucked up. I have done some really stupid things. I have been absolutely arrogant. I have been really pushy. I have been energetically a vampire, pulling things from other people in my ignorance, not realizing what I was doing. But ultimately, now this is the key, this is the kicker, this is the thing that gets us out of judgment, gets us out of shame and blame and guilt. But ultimately, all of those things were to keep myself safe. That is all. From the moment we're born, while we're still unconscious, our body is keeping us safe. Wow. My body has been protecting me all of this time. Now, mind you, it's not the wisest part of me. It was born in this lifetime and has to figure out how to be a human in this lifetime, and I'm trying to smash stardust into meat bag, and it gets a little messy. But that means that the ideas that we get here in the West about our bodies just being a meat bag or a vehicle of some kind, that we're disconnected and they're compartmentalized and we're separated from them and it's just a thing. It's not just a thing. This has been your team. These are your allies, even your ego, which manifested to keep you safe when you were unconscious, when you were unable to have the mental capacity to know how to keep yourself safe. Your brain, your energy, your body, all of it said, I got you. I got you. I will focus on us surviving. There's a piece that a lot of us miss here in the West. Because while my system has been helping me survive, it's my responsibility to thrive. The conscious I, the present me, that's underneath ego, that can observe the thoughts and the feelings as they rise and fall. I call that my inner captain, inner guru. Sometimes I feel like the first mate to my inner captain, my inner guru, trying to deal with the mutiny of all the emotions and the memories and the triggers and the want to react. Why do I react? Because it's what my body and ego and energy knew to do to keep me safe. It is a pattern that is a protective pattern. And so the projection, when you see someone projecting that something at you, throwing arrows, right? Or trying to pull energy from you, you know that they're doing it because their system believes that it's going to keep them safe. And yeah, sometimes that looks like bullying. I know people, and I have, I'm sure you have too at some point, become mean, aggressive, rude, or downright jerk in an attempt to keep yourself safe. The people on the receiving end of that may not have seen you so compassionately as just trying to protect yourself, but you may have looked like a downright asshole. Should you carry shame and guilt for that forever? No. When we understand how our systems work, how the energy patterns get ingrained, and what our systems are actually designed for, which is why I'm sharing all these tools, which is why we're doing this entire Inner Light series this year, because I want to inform you. I want to give you these things, this information. This is the thing that has brought me from my own ignorance, from shitty reactivity, from negative thought patterns, from really codependent relationships, from from imbalance back to center. Is it going to happen overnight? No. So please, offer yourself grace. Hey, Ricky, I love you too. But one thing I ask, there's one thing I ask. If you're going to hang out in this space, I invite you to, see, I can't even tell you to do it, like to have to make the commitment. I can't even tell you that. I hope that from this day forward, for this entire year, you will join me in making the commitment to showing up for yourself every single day. I don't have the time for self-care. I'm too busy. I know, me too. I don't feel like it. I know, me neither. But 5 minutes. That's all. If you will, here now, commit to just 5 minutes. You can spend those 5 minutes just breathing. You can spend those 5 minutes in the shower. You can spend those 5 minutes first thing in the morning or last thing at night. You can spend them any time of the day, anywhere. I know, Red Mama Yeti, I know. But this year we're stepping up our game. Because in the reality of all things, all you're really experiencing is today. That's the paradox. We have this perception of linear time and the memory of yesterday and the hope of tomorrow and the expectation of tomorrow. Thank you, Jessica. But all I'm really experiencing is today. And what happens when I show up for myself in my present moment, in the here and now, in that tiny little way, I start to build trust. Trust isn't built in the massive things we do for ourselves. Trust isn't built by you making it to the gym once or twice a week. That's nice. That's cool. But you deserve you every day. Somebody just asked, how do you avoid forgetting? I forget to do the 5 minutes. Okay, so for the next, couple of days or weeks or months, however long you need it, leave yourself notes. Put a special ring on your finger. Tie a string to your finger. Set an alarm on your phone. So the way I started doing this was I made a commitment. Now, when I did it a couple of years ago, I started with 15 minutes, which was a little bit too much for me at that time. So I invite you to start with 5. If you want to start with 15, fantastic. But I would set an alarm. I would set a snooze, right, on my alarm. So when I woke up, my alarm went off. I hit the snooze button. And it would ring again in 5 minutes. And all I did, I didn't use any of these fucking tools, is I would lay there and be present with whatever I was experiencing. And in those days, that meant really intrusive thoughts. That meant nausea from those intrusive thoughts. That meant a racing heart. That meant fear gripping my belly or anger rising in my throat. Just from laying there for fucking 15 minutes. But I didn't push any of it away. I didn't tell it was wrong. I didn't tell myself I was bad or broken for it. I didn't have any spoons to fight myself anymore. You ever been there? I spent so many years trying to keep down ego, trying to control emotions, trying to pull energy from other people, trying to prove myself. It's exhausting. So give yourself 5 minutes every day to take a break. That's it. Do whatever you have to remember, because you deserve to be remembered. And I don't want to say that, right, to induce shame or guilt, but I want you to think about this. Why is it not so easy for us to show up for just 5 minutes every day? Why is that difficult at all? Because we've been conditioned out of it. Because we've been conditioned by years and years and years and years. So, what do we offer? Grace. Here and now is where you're at. Don't worry about the past. Everything you need from the past is still alive and well within you. If it's not alive and well within you, you don't need it anymore. Going to try the alarm. Awesome, Spirit Wonders. As we move through this year, I'm going to empty my toolbox for you guys. Like I said, I encourage you to please, please, please ask your questions, make comments, share your experiences. If you want to go deeper, come join us in the Discord. It's free to join the Discord. We're going to be doing more community engagement over there. You don't have to do this by yourself. And it's okay to feel silly or to feel a little bit crazy or to feel like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I don't think a lot of us do. Not until we really start listening to ourselves. And, like I said in my little video, in a world that encourages you to fall in line, the most radical thing you can do is step out of line for just those 5 minutes to listen to you. When you start to build that connection, when you start to build a trusting relationship with you, what happens? What do you think happens when the more vulnerable or quiet parts of you start to trust you? How many times have you shut you down and questioned, would you trust you if you were an outside person the way you've treated you? Would you trust you? When I asked myself that question, I realized, no, fuck no. And I wanted to feel shame and guilt about it. But by the grace of Source, by the grace of God, by the grace of the universe, by the grace of my ego, I don't know, I had the capacity in that moment to hold space. And just accept, look, you're right here, right now. And that's all you need. I'm not here to sell you guys something fancy or expensive. I'm not going to nickel and dime you for things. I'm not going to tell you that the only way that you can experience healing is by giving yourself away or giving away resources you don't have. Yeah, I have a bit of a vendetta about it because it makes me angry that we live in a world where we are so directly misdirected away from our self-actualization, from our inner strength, from our power. We won't get into the conspiracy theories of why and how and when and what happened and all these things. They just drag us back down into the matrix, my friends. If you'd like your ticket out, if you'd like to unplug, I figured out how. So, I'm going to share all of it. I'm going to share all of it this year. Actually, it's not even all of it. I'm going to share so much of it this year. Again, before I close out here, go follow on patreon.com/movewithchange. It's free to join. You can also grab a membership. Remember that those of you who can support the work that I do via membership, you guys literally keep the lights on. Literally keep the wheels oiled and this train running on the track. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you who can do that. Memberships are available if you'd like to do that. I have memberships as low as, I think, $5 a month, and up to much more for different levels of coaching. Remember, I have the Inner Light map. Again, it's just $5, but those little things help me a lot. I try to keep things reasonably priced so you guys can access them. More people can access them. I don't believe in charging exorbitant amounts, so only a few people can access them. But there is an exchange, right? There is a need for me to, if I'm going to do this full time, which it requires me to do it for full time, for it to get everything out, then I do need to create some kind of exchange. So, Badass Blind Woman, I'm still working on self-trust. You had a big boss come out of you the other day, and whoa, Nice job. Nice job being present with it. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Dee. I saw you in there, and Diana. Okay. If there's something that I offer or a topic that we're covering throughout this year that you have more questions about or you want to inquire deeper about, again, please, 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 when you comment on my content, I can respond via video and make more content answering your questions. And remember, all of my videos on YouTube, on TikTok, will be downloadable, do-editable, stitchable. I'm not even a business account because they limit that kind of shit. So I'm just a personal account. If you want to support me so I can keep the lights on, please go do so at Patreon. TikTok takes up to 60% of what I make, and sometimes they like to take down my content. So instead of supporting TikTok, I'd appreciate if you guys would come to support me directly, but it's not required. You can join our Discord for free. You can join our Patreon for free. I do have group coaching and things like that. Those do cost monthly. What else? Content going out every week. I'm going to try to work on a monthly long form video so I can teach more about the topic itself, right? So this month in January is the aura and the energy patterns. I have a lot of the content to create a little like long form video, maybe a 45-minute to an hour long YouTube style video explaining the aura and the energy patterns. If that's something that you guys feel would be beneficial, let me know and I will start working on that and try to get that one out in January and then each month. If any of you would like to trade, I definitely need support in content creation and creating. I have a lot of templates made and a lot of the content already put out. Put together. I just need to actually like plug and play and schedule things. So if anybody wants to support on the back end, I would appreciate that too. Just send me a message or come join us in the Discord or message me over on Patreon. I feel like there's more things, but there's not. It's because we don't have classes that I feel like I'm missing something. Go get your inner light map. That's really going to help. And again, I want to add, I know, I always cut myself off, sell myself short, I guess. The inner light map is just $5. It's like, I think 4 pages of a PDF with a daily check-in, a tool assessment form so that you can explain to yourself, right? You can write down about the tool, bits and pieces, what works, what doesn't, when you used it. You can do a practice assessment so that you can journal about or keep track of how these different practices work for you or not. So the intention then is by the end of the year, if you start charting these tools and each one you use, you can just use a regular old spiral bound notebook. You could use regular old loose leaf paper, but if you want a little thing already created, go get the map in Patreon. But otherwise, track these things. Keep track of these things. Because at the end of the year, what are you going to have? You're going to have an entire notebook of tools that work for you, or tools that you know don't, tools you know that will work for this specific thing or that specific thing or that specific thing, and this will be your library. This will be the book about you and your patterns and your aura and your chakras. I'm so excited about December. Okay. I hope to see those of you who are not in Discord on the Discord. I hope to see several of you going over to Patreon and joining as at least as a free member, if not as a paid member. And I will see you all in class next Friday. I'm working on content this weekend, so we'll start putting stuff out. I'm super excited. Okay, all right, I gotta go because I'm gonna go have breakfast and I could just talk the entire time. This is why I did the live classes, because I could just talk to you guys for hours and hours and hours about all these tools. Instead, I'm gonna focus on sending the content out. Watch for your mudra. It'll be a nice, simple mudra. Watch for the mantra on Sunday. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. I will see you soon. I'll see you in the Discord. All right. Good night, YouTube. Sorry for the brief shutdown. I'm glad